Welcome to episode 7 of Revising the Script. Today we're going to look at the first scene of Campus Parasite by Anthony Hubin. We'll read through it, talk about what's working, what's not working, and then we'll revise it. Okay. Exterior campus pool night. A white fence guards the perimeter. Small blue lights shine across the water. A filter generates ripples. A mysterious tall figure, late 50s, opens the fence with a key card. Walks in, carrying a metal briefcase. Looks around. He coughs up a lung, takes a tissue to his face, sees blood on it, and puts it in his coat pocket. He kneels at the edge of the pool. His gloved hand opens the briefcase to reveal 3 vials of green glowing liquid and takes out a vial. He raises it up to his bearded face, brings it back down near the pool. Super title. He pops off the cap, pours it in the water. Cool, this is a nice simple opening to a film, a character poisoning a swimming pool. So let's jump right in. I think what can be improved is maybe the opening. I think we can set the scene a little better. I was kind of thrown off by just these details one after another. I couldn't really picture where I was. Something else I think we can improve are sentences like this, which, while they clearly describe what's happening, I'm not sure of the point. What am I supposed to be getting out of these sentences? Am I just supposed to be seeing that he has a beard, or is this character supposed to be pausing and considering what they're about to do? So I think we can clarify sentences like this. So let's just jump right in. A white fence guards the perimeter. Small blue lights shine across the water. A filter generates ripples. So I'm seeing 3 shots here. I'm not sure that's the intention. We might just want to set the scene more simply so we can just picture the environment and then move on to the action. So let's just be very straightforward and say something like, an Olympic sized swimming pool glistens in the moonlight. Okay, this tells us that it's outdoors. We could say an open air Olympic sized swimming pool, but this should give us the clue. We can say everything is still. Let's hammer it in. No one in sight. We can add in the filter. How about the only sound is the hum of the filtration system. I don't think we need to, unless these details are very important, I don't think we need to capitalize them. I think we have enough capitalizations, so I think we can skip those. A mysterious tall figure opens the fence with a key card, walks in carrying a metal briefcase, looks around. This seems fine. I might try and demonstrate he's mysterious rather than just state it. So how about, let's see, the tall figure is referred to as a he later. So why don't we just say a tall man, and then we can say hooded, obscured by a hooded coat. So maybe that demonstrates that he's mysterious. Let's say approaches the perimeter fence and scans a key card. Maybe we can add in a little detail of the gate unlocking. Not necessary, but we could say an LED light turns from red to green and the gate unlocks. Let's say the man, I'm going to say steps inside the facility as the gate clangs shut behind him. I kind of like little details like this. They're not necessary, but they just kind of fill out the world and give you some sound to hear in your head, which is always nice. Let's say in his left hand is a metal briefcase. I like this detail of him looking around. Why don't we say he scans the area, making sure he's alone. There's many ways to look around. He could be looking around, admiring the facility, but just stating it very clearly is I think, helpful. I mean, some people could object to this and say, well, you can't photograph making sure he's alone, but I actually think you can. It's a small direction, but if you were to tell an actor to look around to make sure you're alone versus look around to admire the facility, you can picture those different looks, and they have very different effects. He coughs up a lung. The start of this sentence actually threw me off a bit. I took it literally at first. I quickly figured out it's not meant to be taken literally, but let's just avoid confusion and say he coughs into a handkerchief. So if he's coughing up a lung, how about we say a wet, phlegmy cough. We can add in the detail of his gloves here, since this sounds like we're kind of closer up on him. We see he's wearing gloves. Some people object to any use of "we see" in a script. I think it's fine. We see he's wearing gloves. He checks the handkerchief. Blood. I think there's a tendency to kind of write out every movement. I know I used to do that a lot, and I've tried to stop doing it because I think we can just rely on our audience and readers to just understand the normal flow of things. So like phrases like "takes a tissue to his face," I think we just take care of that with "he coughs into a handkerchief." And I don't think we need to see him put it in his coat pocket. Again, maybe that's important, but I think we can just skip over that, and maybe we'll just cut to him kneeling at the edge of the pool, and then it just makes the flow of the read a little nicer. I also think there's something nice about like a one-word sentence like blood. It kind of emphasizes the blood rather than kind of burying blood in the middle of a much longer sentence. It's nice to kind of punctuate it, and you get this very clear image in your head. Okay, he kneels at the edge of the pool. I'm going to say the man kneels at the edge of the pool and opens his briefcase, revealing, and let's capitalize these vials to emphasize them, 3 glowing vials of green liquid. Putting the opening of the briefcase and the reveal of the vials and him taking out the vial all in one sentence, this feels like an important moment, so I might break it up a little bit. Again, this is nitpicky, but I feel like it'll help sell and emphasize the drama. Let's illustrate that there's danger here. So why doesn't he carefully removes a vial? And I saw it was written here, he pops off the cap. When I picture a vial of some kind of poison, I feel like a cap wouldn't pop off, it would be screwed off, because the cap that could be popped off feels like it could easily come undone and spill. Again, this is a small detail, but I think these things are important. So why don't we say he carefully removes a vial and unscrews the cap. And now I'm going to kind of take some liberties and assume that Anthony wanted this character to kind of consider his actions before dumping the poison in. So that's what I think he's going for here. I'm not sure, but let's just go with it. He carefully removes a vial and unscrews the cap. Holds the vial out over the pool. Pauses for a moment. And then dumps the green liquid into the water. All right, let's see how we did. Exterior campus pool, night. An Olympic-sized swimming pool glistens in the moonlight. Everything is still, no one in sight. The only sound is the hum of the filtration system. A tall man, obscured by a hooded coat, approaches the perimeter fence and scans a key card. An LED light turns from red to green and the gate unlocks. The man steps inside the facility as the gate clangs shut behind him. In his left hand is a metal briefcase. He scans the area, making sure he's alone. He coughs into a handkerchief, a wet, phlegmy cough. We see he's wearing gloves. He checks the handkerchief. Blood. The man kneels at the edge of the pool and opens his briefcase, revealing 3 glowing vials of green liquid. He carefully removes a vial and unscrews the cap, holds the vial out over the pool, pauses for a moment, and then dumps the green liquid into the water. Okay, I'm not sure how much we improved this from the original. The original was totally fine. I do like making more of an effort to set up the scene in the beginning more and just allowing us to very clearly picture the space. Obviously, I've added in details here of LED lights and gates clanging, and then kind of teased out the dumping of the poison more. Again, this is just personal preference. Maybe it's better to just move through the scene much more quickly, but my instinct was to kind of pull apart and tease out the drama. All right, thanks for watching. If you want to submit your script for a future episode, go ahead and email revisingthescript@gmail.com.